Greeting and salutations. Here's a quiz review for the Quiz 1 assessment. In question 1, Miss Mallard supposedly experiences her death by way of heart attack. Alright, so that's the best answer for number 1. And number 2, in Marquez's text, the young girl turned into a sad maiden for disobeying her priest. That is false. Remember, people, she disobeyed her parents. In question 3, again, this is how the biography quotes or questions will be for the remainder of the semester, both in the quizzes as well as the test. They will act as though the author, him or herself, is giving you a specific quote that ultimately ends in, who am I and what have I written? And in this case, and mind you people, when you deal with these, you can adjust this at the bottom of the actual answer box. You can go on and click it and resize it at your leisure. Nevertheless, the biography, the author, and the text for this question is Poe, The Cask of Amontillado. And remember, people, when answering these questions, you answer with both the last name of the author as well as the text he or she has written. Without further ado, in question 4. This is a literary device question. People, be specific to the literary devices found in parentheses. Alright, and you provide an example for each. So foreshadow in this case, at the beginning of the text, Montressa tells the audience when and how he will seek revenge on his best friend Fortunato. Whereas irony, an ironic stance in the text, comes when simply Fortunato's name. Obviously his outcome proves less than fortunate. Again, there are more foreshadows and ironies throughout, but for the sake of time, I decided to do those two. So if you have any questions on that, do contact me. And number 5, Montressa proclaims to Fortunato that he will seek the guidance of whom? Lucrece. Alright? He is the proclaimed individual of whom Montressa purchased the Cask of Amontillado. Here's another biography question. And again, the author's last name is Marquez. And the text of this specific biography is a very old man with enormous wings. Okay, do it as such, people. Alright, in question 7. Interpret the quote. Alright, so in interpreting this quote, this is how a man bullies you, you want to use the author's last name, Kincaid in this case. And the text from whence this quote comes is girl. And an explanation, interpret the following quote. In this quote, the mother explains or exclaims to her daughter the perils of living a mischievous life, including and not limited to how a woman is to act around a man. Alright? Now there are a number of different ways to answer this, but as long as you identify both the author and text, as well as explain the quote, that's how you will satisfactorily answer this question on interpreting quotes. Now notice it's quite different from the biography where you identify both the author and text. This is going to ask you to be more illustrative. Okay? Now, in question 8, Montressa would tell his story 45 years after the fact, for his guilt compelled him to do such. That is false. Remember, Montressa told his story 50 years after the fact. Remember, these deal with more higher order thinking. I want you to be specific with the text. Again, this is another literary device question. And again, deal with the literary devices found in parentheses. Imagery, the imagery surrounding the young girl. She turned into a spider with the head of a sad maiden. Yes, it was disgusting. And magic realism utilizes supernatural elements in order to tell a story. And again, the young girl was turned into a spider for disobeying our parents. Hence, children, obey your parents. Alright, and in question 10, this deals with Chopin, the story of an hour. The aforementioned quote enables one to see deliberate irony in the text, for ironically, life would not be long for Miss Mallard. That's systematically how you will do each quiz and or exam. And please note, quiz 2 will be up today. It is in the same format as quiz 1. Read those directions. If you have any questions, do let me know. Perform well, people, as I know you will. Take good care.